Eat the bloody hell out of it, Ben. Look at what it took from you. Your pride shattered.
Well, hello. My name is Grieves.
My name is Budo.
And you are now have moseyed on into
Artist Sessions.
We are a hip-hop duo out of Seattle. We're signed to a record label called Rhymesayers Entertainment, which is out of Minneapolis. We just released our record, Together Apart, on June 21st. And now we're out here on the Warped Tour, rapping for punk rock kids. It's cool, it's different, you know, because they're not used to that shit. And when they see you on the stage and they're like, I don't like rap music or whatever. And then, you know, you rope them in with some funny stuff or a couple jokes or something like that, and then you got them in, and then they end up really liking the music.
Yeah.
And it's been a real cool experience to actually introduce a lot of these kids to the world that we grew up in, you know, the world that we live in, which is fucking different from...
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to gain from that kind of music as well, and I don't think people should close themselves off, because, you know, we listen to everything, so, and we gain influence from everything, so we're out here trying to spread the good word, going door to door, knocking on your door. I've always had a pretty good sense of rhythm. I've always been really good with words, as far as when it comes down to writing and expressing how I feel. But it's always been kind of in the rap form. It's always been in that very rhyme scheme kind of thing. And it just, after getting into like gangster rap and shit when I was a kid, you know, it's because I thought it was funny, and I was listening to punk rock when I was a kid, you know, and I liked that rebellious, like that NWA shit and the Eazy-E and the Ice Cubes and all that stuff just really grasped me, and I loved it. And after spending enough time with, you know, rap and Wu-Tang and stuff like that, I started trying, you know, cutting my teeth on some rap skills. And then, you know, I also feel like I shouldn't deny the things that I really appreciate, which is, you know, 60s, 70s Motown music, like soul music, R&B music, even neo soul. I love that stuff, and Budo does too, and that's really something that's been influencing our music lately, and Budo's really been hammering on me to sing more, and that's kind of where a lot of that came from, was that kind of music, and Budo just kind of really wanting to push the envelope on things like that. So. Colorado scene has a lot of fans, and then the Seattle scene is a lot of artists. And not that there's not artists in Colorado, not that there's not good artists in Colorado, because there's great artists out of there, but the state of Colorado, I would say, has much more to offer as far as fan base goes than the city of Seattle does, and that's kind of the vibe that I get. Like on tour, like Colorado's a major hotspot for a lot of underground, you know, rappers or independent rappers and music groups in general, because of the turnout in Colorado is just phenomenal.
Such an eagerness and a warmth there. Like it's a really welcoming place for the music that we make, you know. So in Seattle, not that Seattle isn't also, but like it's a much more it's much more saturated with artists.
It's more on the production side,
totally,
you know,
which is
cranking
cool,
out the artists.
Because there's a lot of cool stuff that comes out of Seattle that you know, I think can only come out of a place that has such like a tradition of like making stuff, you know. And so there's definitely friendships to both, I think, but they are very different places.
It's an honest record. It's a really honest record, and it's not in a depressing way. Even though some songs might be really personal, it's not supposed to be depressing. It's just supposed to be honest, and it's supposed to. I feel by admitting those things, you're, you know, like an addict, you're one step closer to, you know, recovering and feeling better about what has happened, and music is a release for me, and I don't know, I don't really care. Like I'll hear. The other day someone's like wrote an article, it was real positive, and someone's like, emo rapper Grieves, and I was like, that's cool, but would you sit down, and not that I compare myself in the vein at all, but in the style of songwriting, in the style of making music, about talking about how you feel, would you call Al Green an emo? Would you call Marvin?
I think we approach the process a little bit different, but that tension is there's a mutual respect for the different angles that each one of us is coming at the process from, and so like that tension almost always leads to something cooler than where it started.
Yeah, the tension pops. It adds a little bit of into the song. I like that shit.
Yeah. So I think that making music together has changed the way that both of us make music, and for me at least in a very positive sort of direction.
It's been great. It's been crazy. Like I said, we're rapping for a bunch of kids that don't. You say rap. Like I went up to some girl today and I gave her a flyer, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "It's a flyer." She's like, "What kind of band are you in?" I was like, "I rap." She goes, "I don't want that. I don't want that at all." And I was like, "How do you know you don't want it? You haven't even listened to it yet." She's like, "I don't like rap." I was like, "Have you heard every single rap song ever made?" She goes, "No, I just don't care." I was like, "Okay, all right." And then she's like, "But if you say my name on stage, if you say Rachel, if you say, 'Hey Rachel, thanks for coming,' I'll watch your set." And I was like, "Nope." It's been a lot of like introducing kids to the music that we make, which it can be very difficult as I just described.
It's a challenge, but I think it's one that we're really excited to be able to have in front of us. Like the challenge itself is kind of a blessing because we're in a position to be able to get in front of people that have never ever heard of us, and not only have they never heard of us, but they don't want to hear us. Like they actively do not want to like us, and we get up on stage and we try and we give them.
I shake my shit.
That's what happens.
I shake my shit at them and they just love it. Crusades pop for us because we kick ass in Albuquerque. We do really well out there.
There's so many.
Southwest is good. West Coast is good. All California is going to be great.
We're really happy to be in California.
Yeah.
After
pretty
Texas,
ass, and
Las Vegas, and this is cool. So I'll stay here for a while. This I like. Las Vegas I don't like. This I like.
Salt Lake City will be good. Colorado is going to be good. They're all going to be good. I'm not making it a fucking option for anybody. They're all going to be great.
You will
have
yourself.
a lot of fun.
Type of mindset with their career?
I thought you were going to say DUI.
Not if they want to get into Canada. I think it's important for an artist to know what is going on around them. And now let's say you start as DIY, you do all this stuff yourself, you understand what's going on around you, and it makes it a lot easier for you to not get fucked in your ass. Which is sorry,
and also
but
not have business problems.
But this is what happens. Like a lot of people would just get swooped on up. They don't know what's going on in the world around them, and they just, and that's what happens. And that's why you see people come and go so fucking fast because they can just get drained out. And I think it's important, even if you're not on a label. Let's say you're just touring. I think it's important for you to know how to settle your own shows. I think you should know what a fucking bus call is. I think you should learn tour etiquette. You should work your merch table. You should know everything. You should learn how to count in, count out, like all that stuff. Because the people that you end up hiring throughout your career, they're gonna have questions, and you should have answers for them, or you look like a chump.
They also may be trying to fuck you, like the people you end up hiring. It's so important to understand every aspect of what's going on around you, because that really does allow you.
Every what? Aspect.
I never heard the ass aspect before. Don't get fucked in the ass.
Lay in your front yard and pretend you're a carrot. Yeah, that's my quote. That's my quote. I learned that from this guy. Yeah, lay in your front yard and pretend you're a carrot.
Yeah. Fucking dress up like a bunny and go down to Walgreens and get some ibuprofen.
Lay in your front yard and pretend you're a carrot. Large and loyal fan bases.
If you start measuring success by numbers or by, kind of like all these external metrics, like can really get caught up in a destructive kind of cycle of thinking. Like, you're successful when you feel like you're successful, and when you're making things you're proud of. And I think there are other measures of success, but the baseline is just to try and be good at making something that makes you happy, and that's fucking success.
Because there's two sides of success. There's the personal side, and then there's the consumer side. Like, there's what everybody else thinks you are, and then there's what you feel that you are. So there's that different side. I have met the most successful people that probably don't have any fans at all, but god damn it, they fucking feel good, and like the fact that you can watch somebody go on stage and just pour their fucking guts out, come off, be super happy with everybody, and fall asleep with a smile on their face. That is success, and that's personal success. But then there's like money and fame and press, all that other stuff that is how other people judge your success. But I think if you can meet somebody face to face and you can just be really happy about what you're doing, even if your show sucked, but then you go up to the merch table and you meet somebody and they're just like, what up, man? And like have like a really good personality and they're really down to earth with you. I think that's a successful person because they figured it out up here. Because this shit will kill you. Like, this shit is frustrating and crazy. Anybody watching, thank you for watching and sitting through all this. And for any new fans or old fans, fucking thank you for the support. And you can check us out online if you have absolutely no clue what is happening to you right now, who the hell we are.
But you're still watching.
Yeah, just because we're handsome as fuck. Check us out online. Facebook, Facebook/Grieves Music for me. Facebook/Budo Beats for him. Or you could go to rhymesayers.com/Grieves or rhymesayers.com/Budo. Either page you go to, you can check tour dates, music, any upcoming events or anything like that from us. And we'd love to hear from you. Or you can take a tweet on us. You tweet us at the same thing, or at Grieves Music. You're just at Budo. Talk to us, because we'll talk right back. Just be polite. Okay, be nice. Don't hurt our precious little feelings.
Fragile dudes.
We're fragile little paper mache swans, and we don't need that in our lives right now.
We are. We're like origami cranes.
Yeah, we are.